Hi, this is Adam with Small Town Machine Shop with another update on moving into the new shop. I've brought over more of the small machinery. There's my cold saw. I wish I had a larger one, but that's been a handy machine. 3-phase. There's the old Wilton drill press that needs quite a bit of work. Just gotta get rid of all this. Got my welders set up. That's bolted to that, so it's not as tippy as it looks. I've done so much welding with that machine. I've had it for like 20 years almost. And it's always worked flawlessly, and I know that machine like the back of my hand. I have a larger 480 volt Miller machine, I believe it is, that I need to bring over, but I know a lot of people think that's a super cheap welder. It's not capable of much. It's AC only, but using the right rods, and I know that machine and I like it. Here's the disc sander. I got to put a new switch on it. It had a 3-phase motor. I put a 110 single-phase motor. The Grizzly spindle sander, picked this up at an auction a while ago from it looks like it came from like a boat maker or something. It's got all this resin or something. I've got most of it cleaned off. I need to make the throat plates, and I got some spindles for it. Grizzly still sells parts for that machine. But what I'm going to do, and this may sound weird, I'm going to make a wheeled base for it. And I don't, most spindle sanders, they're for wood. So what I'm going to do is, because I don't like grinding and sanding around my machines, I'd rather do it by the door outside. I'm actually going to mount my big, well, not big, but my bench grinder to this. Because I don't work, big pieces. As long as half of this stays open, that's more than enough for me. So I'll mount a grinder there, and maybe another grinder there. So I'll still have the spindle sander and 2 grinders on there, and I can just wheel it out there whenever I need to do anything. So, got the small air compressor here, my bigger 221. I'm probably, well, I guess I can show you. Out behind my shop here, it's a pretty good sized shed. So I'm thinking I might put the air compressor in the shed and run piping through the wall. That way I don't have to listen to it. And I've witnessed 2 air compressors exploding in my life. And I don't know, I think that has made me overly paranoid about them. I'm only going to run this one at like 90 pounds. But just for the noise factor, I'm going to store material and maybe a few backup machines in that building anyway. So that's where that may end up. And then I'll just run piping and some overhead reels. Got the hydraulic cart here. Could have used that yesterday. There's the old Craftsman drill press. There's all the pieces for it. This week I plan to get all that back together. In the move, I have lost the cone pulley for the motor for it, so I need to find that. There's my super cheap bandsaw, but it does the job. Over here, there's the grinder I'm going to put on the sander. My small Dake arbor press. I'll probably mount one pipe vise here, and the other one is kind of test fitting stuff down there, or make it removable. That way I can put longer sections of pipe in for threading the ends. Because like I said, I do a lot of pipe threading for people. And putting stuff away still. Put that vise there. Don't know about the little vise. Really little vise. Got this guy mounted. Got most of the wrenches up and the bigger wrenches and sluggos. New machine acquisition is this. It's all in pieces now. I believe it's a wrong through mill drill. This was on Craigslist, and I happened to check during my lunch break on Thursday, and this was on there. I did not expect it to be this big and this heavy. His price was only $200, so I was expecting one of those like bench mount type ones, and you know, like Sieg sells or Harbor Freight sells them too. I was like, for $200, you know, might as well. It came with 10 or 20 or about 15 end mills, brand new, so you know that was worth it alone. So I had my kids, and I happened to borrow my ex's minivan because I was getting some tire work done on my truck. So I go, I'll just run up there and we'll throw it in the back. Well, I pull up, and the guy's got it sitting on a forklift, and I see it. I was like, uh-oh, that's going to be hard to get in there. You know, this is, you know, that's 4 foot tall right there. The thing is pretty heavy. I slid this. Thankfully, the weight of it was squatting the minivan so much, I was able to disassemble it and drag this part onto that stand. I'm a pretty good, you know, good-sized guy, and I can barely lift that base to it. So I had to disassemble it to get it out of there. We got it in there. It's got all metric dials. It's in really nice shape. He was just using it as a heavy-duty drill. The plastic depth gauge thing was broken. I saw it under power. It's a different motor than what came on there. He put a bigger motor. That's a 220 volt. And I learned how it all came apart because that's how I had to take it out of there, because my cherry picker was not here when I bought this. Because again, I thought it was a little benchtop mill. It's heavy. It weighs, it's hard to guess, probably 500-600 pounds. I don't know what I'm going to do with it yet. Well, I'm definitely going to clean it up this week. I don't know if I'm going to keep it or sell it. I'm actually working on a deal with a guy right now for it's listed as a 19 by 80 Regal lathe. It has one or two small issues, but he also has an older Camelback style drill press I've been looking for. So I might just clean this up and resell it to fund that. So hopefully in 2 weeks I'll pick up those other machines and get them in here. Plus the other two lathes at my shop and the mill and the base to the forehead drill press. Jared, if you're watching this video, which I'm sure you are, maybe in 2 weeks, a little road trip, pick up 2 machines. So yeah, that's a quick update. You know, got a lot of the small stuff. Still have, probably 2 or 3 loads. But all the small machines are here. Well, most of the small machines. I'm trying to put everything in its place and fix everything as I get it in so it's all usable. I was going to bring the lathes and the mill here this weekend. But again, I needed them for a job, so I needed them to stay active over there. But, yeah. So, yeah, that's my quick update for today. There'll be a couple videos this week finishing off that guy. And then I'll have a couple videos of the cleaning up and the running of this guy. So, yeah. This is Adam from Small Town Machine Shop. Please comment, like, and subscribe, and thanks for watching.